Hi everybody, it's Elisa LaShell, the Empowerment Specialist, and I am here with my midweek motivational moment. This Wednesday, your midweek motivation, the plug-in with Elisa LaShell. So what I'm going to do is give everybody just a second to join me live. I am going to share this with a few pages to make sure that everybody knows that I am live and that we are getting ready to really get into some midweek motivation on today. And so I'm so excited to have you guys join me this Wednesday for this midweek motivation. I'm excited about what we're going to be talking about today. So give me just a second. I'm going to start sharing this to a couple of pages, and I invite you guys as you come on to do the same. I'm letting everybody know to join us live. And you do me a favor as well. And if you will, please share this with somebody that could use a midweek motivational moment. I think we are going to really have a great time today talking about don't do it. And if you're interested to know what that means, you should stay tuned because we are really going to talk about don't do it. There are just some things we don't need to do. Hey, LaShonda, thank you so much for joining. And so make sure that you are inviting your family, your friends, people that you know that could use this message. Don't do it. There are just some things that we don't need to do. Today we are dealing with people that's trying to get us to trip. People that's trying to get us to go left, to go there. They're trying to get us out of our character, but don't do it. And so we're going to talk about that today. So I am telling everybody to join us live, giving everybody just a moment. As you are coming on, make sure you guys say hello and welcome to this midweek motivational moment. Make sure that you guys are taking a second to share this with some people that you know, because I believe that this is a very, hey Cynthia, important message that we need to have a discussion about. We don't really do a lot of talking, hey Jacqueline, about what not to do. We always talk about what we need to be doing, what we should be doing. Hey, Tarita, but we don't have a lot of people, hey, Deanna, telling us don't do it. And so, hey, Andrea, and so get people on today. This is our midweek motivational moment. And I'm just encouraging everybody, don't do it. We have so many people that want us to get out of character. They want us to go left. They take us to the limit. But today, during this midweek motivational moment, this time that I am getting to spend with you guys, I want to talk about the detriment of doing it. There's a detriment. Hey, Celeste, there's a detriment if you do it. And so today, I want everybody to win. I want all of us to get out there and go to the next level. But listen, people try us every day. They try to push us. They try to get us. But I'm encouraging you guys today. Thank you, Tarita. That's exactly what I was going to tell everybody. Can you guys hashtag don't do it? Hey, Timothy. Hey, Tiffany. Welcome, you guys. I'm so excited to have you guys here. If you are new and watching for the first time, let me know that you're watching. I'm so excited to have you join this. Every Wednesday, I'm here at about 12:15-ish for this midweek motivational moment. Bethany's watching from Mississippi. Thank you so much for joining. Let me know where you guys are watching from. I enjoy knowing where you guys are watching from. But every Wednesday, I call this the plug-in. D'Amica, Lady Brown, thank you for joining. I call it the plug-in because I always say this, somewhere in the middle of the week, look like things start to go left. Somewhere in the middle of the week, seems like we start off good and then it just starts going left. And so I call this the plug-in because everybody needs a moment to plug into some power, to plug into some empowerment, to plug in to getting renewed and rejuvenated, to go to the next level. Thank you, Bethany. And so today in this midweek motivational moment, just a little something, hey LaShonda, to send you on to the rest of your week. For those people that try you, for those people that try to get you to go left, for those people that try to get you to react, for those people that try to make you lose your mind. Tennessee is in the house. Listen, I need you guys to hashtag don't do it. Now listen, I need everybody to take a second and think. If you know some hotheads, if you know some people that are struggling with, their temper, if you know some people that's quick to go off and they're your friend that you won't offend, listen, why don't you tag them? Why don't you share this on your page? It'll encourage them. I promise you, after we have this conversation and this midweek motivation, it's going to help them. It's going to be a little gentle reminder that says, Don't do it. I know you want to. I know it's justified. I know they've pushed you. I know you're saying, but I got don't do it. Y'all hashtag that today. Hashtag don't do it, because there's a better way. So get your friends on. If you're watching the replay, thank you, Esther, for sharing. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. If you're watching the replay, welcome. I'm Elisa, LaShell, the empowerment specialist, here with some help, hope, and healing in this midweek motivational moment that I call the plug-in. Today, as you're coming on, I need you to hashtag don't do it. We're going to have a conversation about those people that want us to go there, those people that want us to get out of character, those people that want us to go left and act a fool. You better tell yourself and encourage yourself, don't do it. Don't do it. And every time you feel like you're going to go there, hey Tina, every time that you feel like you're going to react, every time that you feel like you want to go off, I want you to remember this video. I want you to go back and find it. I'm going to upload it to my new YouTube channel. If you guys, hey Ebony, if you guys have not already subscribed, listen guys, I'm on YouTube. I have about 20 something videos on there and about 20 something more to post. So make sure that you guys go subscribe to my YouTube channel. You'll see videos that I've been posting for the last year. And so make sure that you guys are subscribing to that YouTube channel. I promise you it will bless you. So today, as we're getting started, make sure you guys keep sharing. If you can think of somebody that needs this message, why don't you tag them or share this so that they can get this message today? Don't do it. Now listen, I'm going to start off by saying this, and I hashtagged it, or I second the subtitle that I kind of put on there was how not to trip when they keep trying you. Let me ask a question, and you can either hit the love button or you can just say me. Tell me if you deal with people that try you. Is that just me, or is it any of you guys today? Do you deal with people and you know that they're trying you? Hey, Cena, you know that they're trying to get under your skin. You know that they're trying to press that button. You know that they're trying to get on your last nerve. I'm talking about anywhere from those children to that spouse, to those coworkers, to those church folks, to those people at the school, on the job. They're pushing you. They're trying you. And everything in your body is screaming, oh, I want to let them hold it. I got something for them. I can give them what they want. Anybody see you in that? You ever had to tell yourself, had to talk yourself off a cliff because you felt like you were about to let somebody hold it? You felt like you were about, you had one of those moments where you said, I got time today and I will let y'all hold it today. Hey, Tisha, is that any of you guys? Thank you guys for saying I see me. If you've ever dealt with people that try you, Cynthia said, people on the freeway, they trying you and you trying to do right. You're trying to be calm. You're trying to stay in your lane. You're trying to take the high road, but they're pushing you. They're ticking at you. Look like they're just like a little gnat. They just keep bothering you. They want to get you out of character. They want you to react. And you're saying, I'm about to give it to them right here. They pushed me this far. I got about this much more before I let them hold it. Listen, hashtag it today. Don't do it. This is an affirmation today. Tell yourself, don't do it. Even if it's justifiable, don't do it. Even if you feel like they deserve it, don't do it. Even if your hands are ready for that clap back, don't do it. Even if those fingers are poised to put a nasty post up or send a thumb ready for a nasty text, a clap back, don't do it. This is going to encourage you all today. I'm going to teach you some things that I have learned in my experiences. One of the things, and I know that the enemy tries my testimony, because one of the things that I'm always saying is, no matter who you ask, and people have a lot to say about me, one of the things that people will never tell you is that they've seen me get out of character. I make a point of never getting out of character. I am not going to allow people to get out of character. Now, do I want to? You better believe I do. Is it justifiable sometimes? Absolutely. Am I scared? Absolutely not. Do I have something that I would like for them to hold? You better believe I do. But I have to even encourage myself, don't do it. Don't do it, Lise. Don't do it, Shell. Don't do it, E. I have to just talk to myself and call myself out all my names until it registers to me. Don't do it. And so there's somebody today that I believe is going to watch this segment, and they're going to be saying, you know what, I was just about to give it to somebody. I was just about to make that call. I was just about to put that post up. I was just about to have that meeting and give it to them. But today I want to encourage you, don't do it. Now, as I open up this segment, I want to tell you about Nike. Thank you, Kendra. Nike has this famous branding saying that they're very popular for. And Nike always tells us, just do it. Nike says, listen, just do it. And it's an awesome message. Don't get me wrong. It prompts us to push past procrastination. It prompts us to push past our passiveness. A lot of times we could be great. A lot of times we could be out there doing things that we should do, but we're scared and we giving ourselves excuses, and we're always pushing it back one more day. But Nike encourages us, listen, y'all, just do it. Stop talking about it and be about it. Nike tells us that. And listen, it's an empowering message. I get it. And that's what we should do, but in some instances only. However, in some cases, and we're dealing with an issue today, there are some cases where, listen, you got to tell yourself, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm dealing with this issue because this is a dilemma that we often find ourselves in. And the sad part about it is there are so many people that want to push us to that edge. There are so many people that will hype us up when we're ready to go off. There are so many people, boy, they'll be there in our amen corner saying, girl, you need to tell them about themselves. Boy, you need to just go ahead and let them have it. People will encourage that in you. They will hype you up and they will tell you, just do it. Just go off on them. Just let them have it. Just give them a piece of your mind. Just show your whole behind. Show them they not who they messing with, honey. They need to know. You need to check them. You need to go there, put that post up. They'll hype you up and they'll tell you to just do it. Just go off. Just show your behind. Just let them know that you can get down with the best of them. People will do that. They will push you out there. But listen, you better hashtag it today. Don't do it. Don't do it. Thank you guys for putting it in the comments. You better encourage yourself. This is your word of affirmation in this midweek motivational moment. Don't do it. And so people try us. And what do I mean by trying us? Listen, they try our patience. They try our sanity. They try to get us going there. They want to try our Holy Ghost. They want to try to see if our testimony is authentic. They want to see if we've changed. People try us. They're trying. Listen, Grandmaster Flash had a song, one of my favorite songs. And the song had a line in it, and I believe y'all know it if you're not trying to act too new. And that song says, don't push us because we're close to the edge. We're trying not to lose our head. They pushing us. As a matter of fact, Puff Daddy took the song, remixed it, and he added a line in that I love. He said, I get the feeling sometimes that makes me wonder why they trying to take us under. Why they trying to take us under? Have you ever felt like that? Have you ever felt like people already knew you were on the brink of sanity? They already knew that your nerves were bad. They already knew that you were doing everything in your power to hold on and keep it together. But they wanted to push you. They see you on the edge and they just want to give you a little tip off. They know that if you hear one more whine, if you see one more thing, if they try you one more time, you're going to let them have all of it. You're going to go all the way left. You're going to reach back in your past when you used to be Show Out Sally and when you used to be Billy Bad Bob and you used to give it to them. They want you to get, that's right, they're trying to test your gangster. They trying to see beneath that cool exterior, beneath that Bible you told, beneath that smooth talking. They trying to see if they can get you to go there. I'm telling you, Grandmaster Flash, I believe he had a Holy Ghost epiphany because he said, don't push us because we close to the edge. We trying. He's saying, listen, we're trying not to lose our head. But I told you, Puff added that line and said, I get the feeling sometimes that make me wonder why they trying to take us up. Why y'all doing that? Why are you pushing me? And listen, the Reverend Dr. Tupac Shakur said a line, and I say it all the time. He took it to the next level, and he had this one phrase that I love that he says, I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Listen, people push us all the time. They push us. And you try to tell yourself, have you ever tried to talk yourself off a cliff in your own head? I want to go there with her. I want to go there with him. She don't even know. He does not even know that I know what they said. I know what they did. I ain't even feeling that. They trying to comfort me today in this hour. They don't want me to be great. And guess what? Some days you don't want to be great. Sometimes you want to let them hold it all. Sometimes, have you ever had a list inside of your head of stuff you want to say if the situation ever presents itself? If they could ever catch you on the right day at the right time in the right mood? You got some things you would like to say. You sitting there saying, ma'am, Sir, I'm not who you want to deal with today. I told you, you have your hands ready and you want to clap, but you better tell yourself today as a word of affirmation, hashtag it, don't do it. Don't do it. I don't care how close you are to that edge. You better look over that cliff and see that there's nothing but rocks at the bottom, ready to tear you up, break all of your bones, and destroy you. I hope I'm helping today. You better tell yourself, don't do it. They call it an edge for a reason. They push you to the edge because they know once you get pushed off the edge, there's no coming back. I don't know many people that get pushed off of an edge and live to tell about it. Boy, if it was Monday night, I would tell you guys I'm dropping the mic. I don't know many people that survive a cliff fall. I don't know many people that get pushed off of a high cliff and pushed off the edge and make it back. I have not heard many testimonies of people who made it off when they get pushed off the edge. And so I'm telling you, thank you for being honest, Miss Juanita. Sometimes we pass the test and sometimes we flunk. We are human, we are fallible, and we are going to make mistakes. But what I want to do in this midweek motivational moment is give you some clues of how to pass that test. Give you some clues, hey Adrian, of how not to flunk. I want us to be great today on purpose and mean to. And so there's this quote by this Australian Army nurse. And she had this quote. Her name was Elizabeth Kinney. And she had this quote that she said, "He who angers you controls you." If they can push you, if they can get you to act a fool, if they can get you to react, if they can get you to go left, guess what? They control you. And see, can I tell you something? I'm helping you guys today. That's what it's really about. When people are trying your gangster, when people are pushing you, when people are trying to make you react, what they're really trying to do is to see what level of control they have over you. They have over your emotions. They're trying to see how much control do they have over your thoughts. They're trying to see how much control they have over your Holy Ghost. They're trying to see how much control they have over, listen, your discipline. This is where that thing gets good. And so guess what? A lot of us, we flunk every time. We give them exactly what they want. We just let them have it. What we do is we put our preservations, we put those things on pause. We say, that common sense, I know I should do better. Let me put that on pause for a minute because this right here is resonating in my soul. I'm talking about my tongue on fire because I'm ready for stuff to say. My throat getting choked up because I got so many things that I want to say. But can I tell you, he who angers you controls you. And that is what it's about. Sometimes, people perish because of a lack of knowledge. If you really understood why people were doing what they do and what it means when you allow them to, it will help you check yourself. There's an old school song that says you better check yourself before you wreck yourself. And that is true. If we don't put ourselves in check, if we don't give ourselves some accountability for our actions, listen, that edge that they pushing us off of, we're going to go off of it. And I'm telling you, I have never seen many people that fall off of an edge, that get pushed off of an edge and live to tell about it. People aren't just trying to destroy your testimony. They're trying to destroy you. And so today, you better type it in the comments again. Don't do it. Don't do it. This is a warning, and it's also a word of encouragement for you today. Don't do it. And it's one of the things that I really, really felt empowered to talk about, because that's one of my testimonies is I'm always saying, and again, the enemy tries me every day, but I always say about me what you will, but you will not say that you have saw me getting out of character. You have not said that you will not see me in somebody's face cussing and acting a fool or going left or screaming or arguing and giving them 2 snaps to the left and doing my neck and putting up a clap back post. Don't do it. That's one of the things that I believe that I am graced to do, is to stay in character. It's to show you how to keep your cool. It's to show you how to take the high road. And so today, I'm going to help you. Now, don't get me wrong. There is a time and a place for everything. Even Ecclesiastics tells us that there are some times when people have to get told. There are some times when you have to bring people in and tell people, hey, wait a minute, we won't be doing that today. There are certain times when you have to check some things. But this out of character thing that we do, going left, snapping back, clapping back, posting craziness, screaming, cussing, showing our whole behinds, acting out of character. Kendra, there's a better way. He who angers you controls you. Somebody makes you mad and then you run right to Facebook and you put a post up. Listen, that's control. They're stopping you from doing what you were doing and they're getting you to react to them. They're stopping you from being in that good feeling that you were in, and now your mind is consumed with what they said. That's control. He who angers you controls you. But today I want to encourage your hearts. Don't do it. Now, I did a segment last year that was called Emotional Bullies. And what I said about emotional bullies is emotional bullies are real slick. I believe we can all name a few. Don't name them on here, but I believe if we were to allow ourselves to think, I believe that we all know a few emotional bullies. Emotional bullies are people who like to throw rocks and hide their hands. Emotional bullies are people that everybody, they don't want people to know that they're bullies, and so they treat you nasty behind closed doors. They do little things to pit against you, but nobody sees what they're doing. They just see when you act a fool and respond and react to them. They're the people that know how to sit nasty. They are the people that knows how to try to get in and push your buttons. They're the people that give you an ugly demeanor, that leave you out of things, that try to discredit you, that try to disassociate themselves from you, that try to pull you down silently while looking good to everybody else. Emotional bullies, these are the people that mainly are the ones that want to get us to do it. They want to get us out of character. They want to get us to act a fool. They want to get us to go left. They want something from us. And so these emotional bullies are people that try to make us feel irrelevant. These are people that try to make us feel insecure. These are those people that try to make us feel intimidated. And they do this because they want us to react to them. They want us to give them something, anything. They are attention seekers, and they want to know that they're able to control your mouth. They want us to know, baby, I'm able to control your tongue, your mouth, your thoughts, your hands, your actions. And guess what? A lot of times we flunk. We don't pass the test because we give in to them. These are emotional bullies. They come to take your peace. They come to take your sanity. They come to get you out of character. They come to steal your testimony. They want you to react. Emotional bullies. They throw rocks and they hide their hands. They're picking at you, but they don't like other people to pick at you. And you say things, you find yourself saying things like, did you see how she was looking at me? I didn't see anything. Did you hear her tone? Did you hear his tone? I didn't really pick up. They know how to just get you. They were put there just to push your buttons. I told y'all that song Grandmaster Flash had, don't push us. We already close to the edge. We already trying not to lose our head. And Puff added a line that says, I get the feeling sometimes it makes me wonder why they trying to take us under. The great Tupac said, I ain't a killer. Don't push me. And a lot of people are pushing us. They're trying to intimidate us. They're trying to instigate. Anybody know some instigators out there? But you better tell yourself today, don't do it. Most people that are emotional bullies, they're following parental examples. They had that growing up. That's all they saw. They had a mom that might have been condescending, or a dad that might have been a bully, or they grew up around people that were aggressive. That's the only nature that they know. Sometimes people are emotional bullies because they have low self-esteem, and they feel like the only way that they can get somebody to do stuff for them is to force them to do it, is to push their hands. Emotional bullies, they have a fear of responsibility. They don't want to take responsibility for what they did wrong, so they just push you. They just get you ticked off. They just try to push your buttons and get you to respond, because now guess what? When you act out of character, now there's somebody that they can blame. Now there's somebody that they can push. Now there's somebody that they can get a reaction out of. And so I'm going to talk to you really quickly about how do you deal with these people that want you to act a fool. I'm telling you, don't do it. Number one, understand that emotional bullies' number one goal is to get a reaction out of you. Listen, this is what they want to do. They want to get a reaction out of you, but you got to be great and deny them that reaction. Do you see how you take your power back? When you react, they have the power, but when you don't react, you're taking power back. You're saying, oh, you thought I wasn't going to be great today? You thought you were going to get me talking loud and acting a fool and posting crazy stuff? Not today. I am going to take my power back. I'm going to be great, and I'm not going to allow you to do that. Emotional bullies want to get you out of character. Let me tell you guys a quick story. I have a brother, some of you guys know him, named Rob, and when we were little, my brother used to act like a fool. He used to do everything to get on my last nerve. He would terrorize my little sister and I would run to my mom and I would say, I need you to do something about him. He's acting crazy. He's acting a fool. He's trying to get me, and I'm getting ready to beat him. I'm getting ready to throw something at him, and I'm going to be the one yelling, and then I'll get in trouble because I'm the oldest. And I wanted my mom. She was like, what do you want me to do? I was like, I don't know, beat him, put him on punishment, lock him in the room, throw him outside. I don't care. Do something with him because he's trying to get to me. And my mom said something that changed my life. And it's the very reason right now why you won't ever catch me out of character. She said, every fool requires an audience. Listen, every fool requires an audience. And she said, ignore him. And I thought to myself, that's the best advice you can give me? Ignore him, that's it? I come to you telling you somebody's trying to push me over the edge. I'm coming to you telling you that my brother's trying to get me to act a fool, and you telling me ignore him? Well, listen, that was even biblical. The Bible even says, resist the devil and he will flee. And so I thought about it. I was like, you know what? She's right. As long as I am giving him an audience, as long as I am giving him my attention, listen, every fool requires an audience. But I realized something. Fools entertain from the floor. Somebody's going to catch that later. Fools entertain from the floor. You've got to elevate your mindset. You've got to elevate the way that you react to people. You've got to say, wait a minute, I'm better than that. I'm bigger than that. Let me elevate my consciousness. Let me elevate my level of discipline, and let me elevate my level of integrity, because, hear me, fools entertain from the floor. And as long as I'm on the floor entertaining a fool, that means I'm sitting in a low place. And I've got to learn how to take the high road. Y'all better hear me. That was an epiphany. My mom gave me that when my little brother was agitating me, and I was getting ready to let him hold it. And she said, every fool requires an audience. And I realized that he had an audience of one. My little one self was sitting there giving him my attention, giving him my emotions, giving him my reactions. But when she said it, ignore him. Resist the devil. I'm talking to somebody in your life that has gotten too much of an audience with you. You've given them too much of your energy. You've given them too much of your time. You've given them too much of your efforts. You've given them too much. It is time to elevate your consciousness. It is time to elevate your level of discipline. It is time to elevate your level of integrity. Every fool requires an audience. And I'm helping you today by telling you fools entertain from the floor. And if you're looking eye to eye with a fool, that means somewhere you haven't elevated yourself. That means somewhere, if I'm looking face to face with a fool and arguing and yelling and screaming and acting crazy, somewhere I haven't elevated myself. Fools entertain from the floor. So number one, you've got to elevate your integrity, elevate yourself, elevate your consciousness, elevate your responses to people. Elevate. That's number one. So because what happens is, instead of reacting, thank you, Melissa, learn how to respond. We want to react. Reaction is something that we do purely out of our emotions. Reaction is something that we do as soon as we feel the fire, we want to fight. As soon as we feel the urge, we go for it. As soon as them fingers get itchy, we start posting. As soon as those ears start burning, we ready to let them hold it. But I'm telling you, instead of react, respond. See, what happens is when you're reacting to somebody, when you are reacting and going back and forth, let me tell you what you're doing. You're reinforcing dysfunctional behavior. So today I'm telling you, don't do it. Don't do it. Stop reinforcing dysfunctional behavior. Somebody that is pushing you, that is pinching you, that is provoking you, is trying to get you to be dysfunctional because somewhere they're dysfunctional. Somewhere they're saying, I don't know how to respond like an adult. I only know how to react like a fool. And so when you go back and forth with them, when you every time find yourself entertaining them, hear me, what you are doing is reinforcing dysfunctional behavior. Don't do it. Instead of react, respond. A response, say, hey, is there something I can help you with? Thank you, Bruce. Respond, say, hey, do we have a problem that we need to talk about? Respond, say, hey, are you trying to make me angry? Respond, don't react. Thank you, Kaya. Respond, don't react. I'm telling you, Puff said, I get the feeling sometime. It make me wonder why you trying to take us under. And Pop said, I ain't a killer, but don't push me. And some people, they spend their time, they spend their efforts, they spend their energy looking for ways to push you. They're trying to get you to act a fool. They want to kill your testimony. They want to see if you're really who you are. They want to see if you've changed any. They want to see if you've upped your level of integrity. Hear me, you better hashtag it today. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm trying to help us today. And so number one, elevate. Elevate yourself. Every fool requires an audience, and fools respond from the floor. And so if you find yourself face to face with a fool, yelling and talking and trying to talk some sense into them and acting a fool, justifying it, listen to me, that means you're on their same level. But you've got to elevate instead of react. Respond, because if you react to somebody that's trying to get you out of character, you are reinforcing dysfunctional behavior. The only thing that you're teaching them is that this is her button, this is his button, this is what I can push every single time to get them. Every time, if this don't work, I know what will work. I know every time all I got to do is go back to the same thing. All I got to do is try them on that angle. That's that one hot topic that's gonna get them every time. And every time that you are not great, every time, that's right, Nicole, every time that you let them get you there, every time that you flunk the test, what you are doing is reinforcing dysfunctional behavior. Thank you guys for hashtagging it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Now, the next thing you got to learn how to do is stop appeasing them in hopes that it's going to make them stop that behavior. Some of you guys give in because you're saying, you know, these people keep trying me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just give them what they want. I'm going to act a fool because I know that's what they want from me. And so maybe if I tell them off one good time, they'll stop trying me. Maybe if I go there with them, they won't try me anymore. Listen, I bet you wrong. You're reinforcing dysfunctional behavior. Only thing you're teaching them is, oh, okay, so I see I couldn't get it the first, second, or third time. But boy, if I just have enough patience to wait and keep pushing, I'll get him to act a fool. I'll get him to tell everything. I'll get him to cuss everybody out. I'll get her to show her behind. Don't do it. Don't do it. Stop appeasing people thinking that if I give them what they want, if I show them who they really dealing with, they'll stop it. No, they won't. They'll just put that in their book to say, woo, I know how to get them. I know how to get them now. I know what works for them. Stop reinforcing dysfunctional behavior. You better speak life to yourself and say, don't do it. And so let me help you guys today. Here is 3 things as I end this midweek motivational moment that I hope that I'm helping you not to do it. We're not gonna react to this kind of foolishness. People that want to try us, that want to push us, that want us to get out of character. Don't do it. I'm gonna give you 3 ways that I have found to not get out of character. These are 3 very, very simple and probably comical ways that I keep in check to keep me from getting out of character. If you guys came on late, thank you and welcome. Make sure that you hit the share button because there is somebody that you know that's dealing with this thing. They're on the edge. They're trying not to lose their head and they're trying not to jump off the cliff. They're trying not to let everybody hold it. Listen, do me a favor. Use your power of influence and share this video on your page. Share it with somebody, tag somebody, post it in their inbox just to let them know, hey, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Don't do it. Don't do it. And so here are 3 simple ways things that I realized that helped me stop reacting to things. It helped me learn how to take the high road. So when you realize that you're dealing with somebody who is doing certain things, there are a couple of things that will help you stay in character. Number 1, Understand that everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Listen, I know this sounds simple, but I'm telling you, this is what keeps me from reacting. People think, wow, Elisa never gets out of character. She must not know what people are saying about her. Yes, I do. She must not know what they posted. Yes, I do. She must not know how they really feel. I do. But we don't ever see her get out of character. We never see her clapping back. We never see her acting a fool. We never see her cussing and fussing. What is that? She's not sitting nasty. What is that? Listen. Only 3. It's not that I don't know. It's not that I'm not aware. But I realized that, and I posted this last week, that my purpose is more important than my emotions. Can I help you? My purpose is more important than my emotions. My emotions want to yell and scream and push back and clap back and tell people what I really could tell them and say, sweetie, you think you know me, but you don't even have a clue. I could read you from the top to the bottom. I could tell you what you were thinking 2 weeks ago and let you really hold it. You think you know me, but you really don't. Oh, yes, it's in me. Sometimes it's on the tip of my tongue. You talking about a clap back, baby. I can be Queen Petty. But guess what? My purpose is more important than my emotions. And so, number one, one of the things that keeps me from clapping back, one of the things that keeps me staying in character is that I realize that everybody's entitled to their own opinions. Listen, it sounds simple, but it's the truth. I'm telling you, it keeps me sane. I realize that people really can think whatever they want to think. I realize that people can feel however they want to feel. Listen, there are some people that don't like you. Oh, well. There are some people that don't support what you do and never will. Oh, well. There are some people that will never push the like button on your post. Oh, well. There are some people that will never speak well of you. Oh, well, because if we were to really tell the truth, can we be honest? There are some people we don't like. There are some people that we don't care for, and for petty reasons. There are some people we just don't like because we don't like the sound of their voice. There are some people we really don't get with because we don't like their presentation. Maybe we don't like the way they dress. Maybe we don't like their tone, the way they say things. Listen, it's okay. Does that mean I'm a bad person because I have a preference? Stop being petty about a person's preference. That's a mic drop. I think I'll post it later. Stop being petty about a person's preference. They just prefer not to deal with you. They just prefer not to support you. They just prefer not to be around you. That's their preference. Sometimes we have to understand that I can't get out of character about somebody's preference. That's okay because I have a preference. There are some things that I don't want to do. I don't like it. I don't care for it. And should somebody get mad at me because that's my preference? Does somebody really need to go off and be petty and do a post because that's my preference? No. Stop being petty about people's preference. If they want space, if they're not talking to you, baby, bless them. Leave them in peace. Give them the priestly benediction. May the Lord bless you. May he keep you. May he cause his peace to shine, his smile to shine upon you, and may he give you peace. Listen, learn how to give people the benediction and move on. Listen, may the Lord watch between me and you while we absent one from another. Stop being petty about people's preference. They just don't prefer you. They just prefer not to watch you. They just prefer not to be in your company. They just prefer not to be in your fan club, and that is okay, because if we were to tell the truth, we don't like everybody. We don't support everybody. We don't really promote everybody. There are certain people we don't want in our circle. So stop being petty about another person's preference. It's okay. Bless you, my friend. Bless you, my sister. Let them go in peace. My sis, Dr. T, is on. Thank you. Let them go in peace. See, when we don't let them go in peace, that means, again, he who angers you controls you. We're giving them some of our power. We saying you can't go in peace because I'm holding fast to how you feel about me. You don't like my hair, so now I got to be stressed out about what should I do different. You don't like the way I dress, so now I'm sitting here thinking about, should I change this? You don't like my presentation, so now I'm just trying to sit here and say, is there a better way that I can do it? Listen, baby, that is your preference. Go in peace. I'm good, love. Enjoy. You better give it to somebody. I'm good, love, and joy. I don't need to get petty. I don't need to put up a post. I don't need to clap back. I'm telling you that my grace is in staying in character. It's not that I don't know. It's not that I haven't heard. It's not that I can't feel it. It's just that my purpose is more important than my emotions. I'm going to say that one more time for the people in the back. My purpose is more important than my emotions. You're not going to control me by getting me to get out of character. And so you have to let them go in peace. To each is his own. Number 2, I'm talking about 3 things that keeps me staying in character. Number 2 is simple. It's just not that serious. It's just not that serious. Listen, some of the things that we act a fool about, some of the things that we get ourselves all in a bunch about, some of the things that we are losing sleep about, some of the things that we've sacrificed our peace about, it's just not that serious. So they didn't push the like button. It's just not that serious. They talked about my mama. They don't even know my mama. My mama don't even care that they're talking about her. Listen, it's just not that serious. So you don't like the way I wear my clothes. Okay. Sometimes I don't like the way I wear my clothes. It's just not that serious. They don't like you. They talking about me. They don't want me to be great. It's just not that serious. We give too much time. We give too much attention. We give too much energy. We give too much of our integrity away. Too much of our interest into things that are just not that serious. Listen, half of the people that you all are giving all of your time, your talents, and your energy into, they're really not in your priority list. They're not a part of your inner circle. They're not a part of your friend list. They're not a part of people that support you anyway. And so why in the world are you giving all of this energy to people that are not that important in your life? At the end of the day, they're not paying your bills. At the end of the day, they won't make or break your project. At the end of the day, you'll still have a home to go to. You'll still have a bed to sleep in. You'll still have a car to drive. You'll still have checks to make. Listen, it's just not that serious. Protect your peace. It's just not that serious. Some things that we're getting ourselves all jacked up about is just not that serious. You have to ask yourself, after I act a fool, after I put that post up, after I do that great clap back, after I get that little feeling off of me, did it help? I'm telling you, my emotions, my purpose is more important than my emotions. You're not being great when you let your emotions win all the time. That only tells me that you don't have a lot of self-discipline. That just tells me that you haven't learned to take control over yourself. You better protect your peace so that you can be great. Last but not least, as I ended, and boy, I'm going to end it on a high note. This was an epiphany that came to me. I'm telling you now, I am the queen of being great by not getting out of character. I have a lot of flaws. I have a lot of things I don't do well. But now one of the things, and again, I hate that I always say that because that's the one thing that's always tried. People are always trying to push me. You know, I told y'all I ain't a killer, but they're trying to push me. They're trying to get me to go there. But listen. This is the number one thing, and I hope it blesses you as I leave you in this midweek motivational moment, this plug-in. I'm going to give you the single most important piece of advice that keeps me from getting out of character. It keeps me being great on purpose. Y'all ready for it? Because I'm ready to give it to you. It's very, very simple. I had to write it down so that I did not forget it. It's a simple scripture in 1 Corinthians 13 and 11, and I'm going to give you a revelation about it. A little scripture that says, when I was a child, I spoke as a child. I thought like a child. I understood like a child. Let's keep going. I reacted like a child. But when I got grown, when I became a man, when I became a woman, when I matured, I put away childish things. What am I saying? And this is going to bless your life. Identify. If you really want to know how to keep your integrity intact, if you really want to know how to take the high road, if you really want to know how not to react, ask yourself a simple question. Is the source of my conflict an adult or a child? Am I dealing with somebody that has grown in maturity, or am I dealing with somebody that still has a childish mindset? I'm going to set some of you guys free. This is how I'm going to help you today. If you find yourself getting ready to act a fool, if you find yourself being pushed to that edge, I know you ain't a killer, but they pushing you. If you find yourself getting ready to get out of character, ask yourself something simple. Am I dealing with an adult, or am I dealing with a child? Let me tell you something. A childish mentality has nothing to do with age. I hope I'm helping you during this midweek motivation. Listen, how do you identify whether or not, I told you guys, fools, every fool needs an audience. Stop giving audience to fools, because fools entertain from the floor. You got to elevate your mindset. You got to elevate your level of integrity. You got to take the high road. So I'm going to help you. You ask yourself, I just told you that in the Bible, 1 Corinthians 13 and 11 says, when I was a child, there were some certain characteristics. I thought like a child. I behaved like a child. I understood like a child. So when I am approached by a person, when I am interrogated and incited by somebody that's trying to get me out of character, I have to stop and do a real quick assessment. Am I dealing with an adult or a child? Well, how do you determine? For the next time you get ready to get out of character, here's what I want you to ask yourself. Is this person, because these are children walk in ignorance. They don't know any better. So you think to yourself, is this an adult or a child? Are they acting ignorant? Oh, they're a child. They don't know any better. Ask yourself, children are attention seekers. Mama, Dad, you know how children do. They always pulling on you, trying to get your attention. Ask yourself, this person that's trying to get you out of character, you ask yourself, am I dealing with a child, or am I dealing with an adult? Before you get out of character, I'm telling you, don't do it. You better go to 1 Corinthians 13 and 11. When I was a child, I had certain characteristics. So before you act a fool, think to yourself, wait a minute. It could be that I'm dealing with somebody with a childish mentality. Children walk in ignorance. They don't know any better. Children are attention seeking. They're just trying to get your attention. Children are jealous and spiteful. They're so jealous. Well, mama, you love him the best. Well, why you told her? Listen, children do that. This is how you determine. This is how you walk in integrity. This is how you don't get out of character. Children are selfish and careless. They don't care who they hurt. They don't care who they lie on. They don't care who they have to step on. These are children now. This is how you determine before you get out of character another day. Am I dealing with somebody that is an adult or a child? Listen, children play in dirt. If it was Monday night, I would drop the mic. Children play around in dirt. You look to yourself and you ask yourself a simple question. Before I entertain this foolishness, are they playing in dirt? Gossiping, dirt. Foolishness, dirt. Dirty mouth, dirt. Listen, trying to tear down somebody's character, dirt. Trying to throw shade on somebody's integrity, dirt. Children play in dirt. Don't you get out of character for somebody that plays in dirt. What else do children do? Children lie about what they did. Baby, did you steal that gum? No, ma'am. Did you go get that out of the refrigerator? No, sir. Children lie about what they did. If you are dealing with a grown behind man or a grown behind woman that is not able to tell the truth and own up to their actions, you're not dealing with an adult. You're dealing with a child. Children are ungrateful. They don't appreciate nothing you did for them. They don't really see the value in what you do for them. Children are ungrateful and unappreciative. Listen, children are always complaining. Children complain about everything. I don't like that. I don't like that food. That's too hot. That's too cold. Why you had to cook that? Why did you do that? Children always complaining, and they always fighting. Children are always fighting about something, just anything. She touched me. He touched me. She looking at me. He stuck his tongue out at me. Really? If everything is getting under your skin, everything is making you mad, everything is causing you to act a fool, you have to ask yourself, am I walking in maturity, or am I still walking like a child? And so before I end this thing, you think to yourself, well, if I've realized that the people that's trying to get me out of character are people that are acting like children, they're not mature, they're not walking in integrity, then how do I deal with them? Well, The Bible says when I was a child, I acted like a child, I spoke like a child, I understood like a child. Well, children deserve children treatment. Listen, you don't deal with a child the same way that you deal with an adult. You don't have a full-fledged conversation about your reactions and your responses with a little child. Mama White, where you going? You shouldn't be turning around to a 3-year-old. Well, see, Mama got to go to work, and see, then she got to go by the store, and then she what? I'll be back. Children, we deal with children at the level of what they can understand. And so some of us are not great because we're trying to deal with children like they're adults. Listen, if their mentality says the only thing I know how to do is stick my tongue out and wave my hand and do my head and do stuff that is childish, then stop trying to adult children. Listen. What do we do when children act out of character? Well, sometimes we let them bump their own heads. Sometimes we say, you know what? You won't learn until I let you just get enough rope out there until you hang yourself. So let me just let you have that. Sometimes when people are in our lives trying to push us over the edge, sometimes you got to do them like you do kids. Let them have that. You know what? Let me let y'all bump y'all own head. Let me let y'all go on with those posts. Let y'all go on with those nasty looks. Let me let y'all go ahead and do that. Listen, let them have it. The next thing, how do we deal with children? Sometimes when children are acting a fool, the best thing to do is ignore them. You already there, Alex. Ignore them. Even the word says, resist the devil and he will flee. Ignore them. What I do know, when my children were small, all I had to do is ignore them. When they saw that they could not get my attention, they stopped. I just told you every fool requires an audience. And so as long as I was giving them my attention, they kept, reinforcing that dysfunctional behavior. Ignore them. If you find people in your lives that still want to act like a fool, still want to do things and just get all out of character, listen. You have to remind yourself. Sometimes you just got to do something that I do. And I do this in my own head. But I find myself saying, oh, bless their little hearts. Oh, it's almost the same thing that Jesus did on the cross when he looked down at all of the people that had lied on him and they nailed them to the cross and they were ready to crucify him. He said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. In modern day time, that's our way of saying, oh, look at them. They just don't know any better. Look at them out there trying to get my attention. Look at them out there trying to make me act a fool. Look at them out there trying to make me post something crazy. Look at them trying to make me clap back. Look at them wanting my attention. Oh, bless their little hearts. Look at them. They don't even know what they're doing. Listen, you have to say to yourself, when I was a child, you see how they acted? They spoke, understood, behaved like children. And so in your head, you have to say, I am not dealing with a mature adult. So, oh, bless their little hearts. Look at them. And last but not least, and I hope this helps you, sometimes when children act a fool, moms, you know what we have to do sometimes? We have to say, you know what, I'm going to tell your daddy. Sometimes it's time to just tell daddy. Sometimes we have to take it to the Lord in prayer. You want to not get out of character? Don't do it. Don't act a fool. Instead, tell daddy. Take it to the Lord in prayer. The Bible says that vengeance belongs to the Lord. This battle is not ours. And so sometimes the best thing to do is just tell daddy. Daddy, I'm close to the edge. Daddy, I'm ready to go there. Daddy, they picking on me. They acting a fool. And, sometimes I was wrong. Maybe I did something to incite it. I'm sorry. But every now and again, you got to just tell daddy. Sometimes you're not as big as bad as you think you are. You don't have all of the solutions. You don't really know how to handle the situation. Your clapback might not be loud enough. Sometimes you got to tell daddy. Daddy, I can't do it. Daddy, I feel like I'm about to break. Daddy, this ain't for me. Daddy, I don't want to lose my testimony. I want to take the high road. I don't want to lose my peace. I'm going to need your help. And so sometimes, you know that old hymn that says, oh, what peace we often forfeit. That means sometimes we could be peace, but we just let that go. And oh, what needless pain we bear. All because we do not carry everything to God in prayer. Listen, I'm Elisa, LaShell, the empowerment specialist, and this was my midweek motivational moment, the plug-in, where I have hope that I've encouraged you. Don't do it. There's a better way. How to triumph when they're trying you. And so I hope that I have brought you a little help, a little hope, and a little healing. If you did not watch this from the beginning, I promise you it will bless your soul and take you to the next level. Be sure to share it with somebody that needs some help in that department, that needs to know, how do I stay in character? How do I not go there? How do I just stay keeping that high road? Listen, this was for you. I hope that you got some help, some hope, and some healing. You better say it one more time. Hashtag it. Don't do it. There's a better way. Thank you guys. I'm Elisa, LaShell, the empowerment specialist, and I will see you guys next Monday for Mic Drop Monday. Don't miss it.